Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs and Turnbull Insurance Service since 1866 present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. Happy New Year! We're looking forward to many new adventures in 2013.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. Today the crew took me a little bit east of Utica to Little Falls, where among other things we visit a nunnery. So stay tuned and come along.
Growing young, virgin tongue, all your songs yet unsung. On a knees with the bees, let's go climb up that tree. Let's stay this way forever.
Enjoy the snow. Go tubing. There's snow tubing at Glimmerglass State Park, weekends from 11 to 4. The cost is $5 and there's a warming hut, kiddie tubing area, and concession stand. Go tubing today at Glimmerglass Park in Cooperstown. It's time for the Skinner and Demoulas road trip. We stop into Richfield Springs, where they have a full line of Jeeps, powerful Rams, and Ford trucks ready to take on any challenge. This week, we visit Little Falls, one of our favorite cities in the Mohawk Valley. We travel scenic Route 5S and take 167 north, a picturesque approach to the city over the Mohawk River. The bridge takes us down to Canal Place, to the historic stone mill building, originally built as the Lignius paper mill in 1855. Today, it houses dozens of antique dealers and vendors.
If you want to learn about the history of Little Falls, pick up this new book, Images of America, Little Falls, by Susan Perkins and Carol Hobson. It can be purchased right here at the Little Falls Antique Center on the second floor in the bookstore.
Trey Herbert and Trey Orkey, Tony Pandy and Chinoit, to the Rhonda, Tim Pentra, all adieu. For I can no longer wait while the Parliament debates, so a fond farewell I bid it all of you. Farewell, you colliery workers, to the muffler and the cap. Farewell, you Rundle Valley girls, we never will come back. The mines they are a-closing, and the valleys they're all doomed. There's no work in the Rhonda, boys will be in London soon.
Get thee to a nunnery. Hamlet famously ranted to Ophelia in Shakespeare's tragic play. We visit the 100-year-old nunnery on John Street that was renovated over the past year. Originally a home for teaching nuns of St. Mary's Church, it now serves as an inn and hostel for visitors to the area. Visit thenunneryinandhostel.com to learn more or to schedule a tour.
If you made a resolution this year to eat healthy, what better place to start than here at the Little Falls Community Co-op? And something that I wanted to check into this year was something to help my memory. And as a matter of fact, I was told that blueberries will do that for me. So I got myself some frozen blueberries. We'll see how well it works if I remember next week what I said this week. And oh yes, the almonds are for
Good healthy snack.
good healthy snack. The place is filled with all kinds of good healthy snacks.
You can resolve to eat more natural and resolve to wear more natural with natural alpaca fiber products at New Paca Gardens on Main Street. Warm up with toasty alpaca socks, mittens, scarves, and hats.
There's a brand new restaurant here on Main Street with fresh cut meats and homemade soups made with vegetables from the owner's husband's garden. And in addition to that, be sure to leave room at the end for dessert because these are homemade as well. And as I recall, something good for my memory is blueberries. So naturally I'd order a blueberry muffin.
Bonita Humphrey has been in the restaurant business for over 35 years. She opened her own place here with her husband just last month.
My husband does his own gardening, so we use the vegetables from his garden. We can everything, we pickle everything that we can. I make the soups every single night or every morning. The people in Little Falls like homemade, so I make sure it's homemade. I do a special a day, something hot because it's the winter months, and I make the muffins every morning, cookies to have some kind of dessert going on, slice every morning. I grill the chicken every day. I want people to come in and remember me as they got it fresh. It wasn't something that was made yesterday and I carried it over another day.
So it really is in your blood.
It is in my blood. Yes.
Resolve to eat good homemade food this year. Visit the Sandwich Chef, serving breakfast all day and great soups and sandwiches. Open Monday through Saturday 6 to 5 and Sunday 8 to 2. Mohawk Valley Living fans enjoy a complimentary beverage today with your breakfast or lunch.
Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my dear. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to leave you here.
We head just north of Little Falls to Ingham Mills Road, to the workshop of Diamond Valley Woodworking. David Corbett studied cabinet and furniture making in college and is thrilled to now be working out of his own shop. He creates products for musicians, including foot platforms, music storage chests, and music stands.
I use cherry exclusively. It's a nice wood to turn. It's a nice wood to work with. We get it mostly from Pennsylvania. It comes up to North Hudson Woodcraft, and then they produce blanks for me, and then I take it from there and create the actual working pieces of the music stand. The end users are typically the person who's been in music for a long time. And students, lots of students get them. Around Christmas time, we sell lots of them. I just have always enjoyed working with my hands, and woodworking seemed like a great direction. From building houses when I was, 10, 11, 12 years old with my uncles, all the way up through, I've just always been involved in wood somehow, some way.
David also wears another hat, and that's making hat boxes. Here's one right here, and the interesting thing about this, if you know anything about the Knights of Columbus, the fancy hats that they wear with the feathers, the white feathers, they go into here. And the ones that are gold end up in Canada, and these here, I guess, any place but Canada.
To learn more about David's work or to shop for a musician in the family, visit diamondvalleywoodworking.com or call 823-0101.
There's a strength inside the people here, quiet, proud, and strong. Hearts that reach out so long, so far to help each other along.
Watch Mohawk Valley Living on Fox WFXV every Sunday at 7:30 a.m. and 11 o'clock p.m., followed by an encore. And now also available on WUTR every Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Drive the exciting new Dodge Dart for only $149 a month with a new 24-month lease. $29.99 cash or trade due at signing. Drive away in this exciting new technologically advanced compact sedan at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Get your sled out on the trails. Call Turnbull Insurance and have a snow adventure tomorrow with complete snowmobile insurance protecting you and your sled. Call 735-9201 and get out on the trails. Experience the intensity and passion of the Enzo String Quartet, performing at the Wellenhall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College, Saturday, January 26th at 8 p.m. Tickets available through the box office and an hour and a half prior to performances. Make any day a special day and a special day even better with fresh-baked pastries and cookies from Cafe Caruso on Bleecker Street in East Utica. Stop in or call ahead for special orders. It's the After Christmas Clearance Sale at the Village Crossing with 25 to 40% off winter clothing and shoes. And check out the transitional fashions arriving daily at the Village Crossing in Clinton. Visit Trenton Teas, specializing in only premium quality teas, the finest varietal and herbal teas available. Nearly 100 different teas and tea accessories and scone mixes. Come in and sample teas of distinction at Trenton Teas in downtown Utica. Shop Tom's Natural Foods and feel good with over 150 herbs and spices and a full line of dietary supplements. Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally. For the most unique shopping experience, visit the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Over 40 local vendors, all under one roof. Antique lovers can spend hours perusing thousands of ever-changing antiques and collectibles. Upstairs at the shops, you'll find something for everyone. Handmade crafts, jewelry and clothing, fine art, food and kitchen gadgets, books, and home furnishings. Shop local at the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Always worth the drive. At Canal Place in Little Falls.
Conversation, here we go. Conversation, in conversation we go.
Special thanks to Turnbull Insurance Service and Mark and Jim Turnbull. Their continued support makes the show possible. This week we're touring Main Street. If you visited this main street in the late 1800s, it was probably bustling with wagons filled with cheese, ready to be shipped around America and Europe. This is Main Street, Little Falls.
Route 5 went right down Main Street of Little Falls. In about the early 1970s, they moved the 4-lane highway became Route 5. You would see the original buildings. Some of them date back to the late 1890s. Main Street changed to one way in about the early 1970s when urban renewal came into Little Falls. 2011 will be an anniversary for Little Falls. It'll be the bicentennial. It was chartered in 1811, so I'm sure they're going to be doing some type of celebration there.
There's a place in my memory where I drift back to now and then. It's been so long since I've touched the soil.
When you're walking down Main Street here in Little Falls, be sure to drop into City Hall. You're immediately met with this incredible foyer. The building was made possible because of the Burrell family. The Burrells were cheesemakers who made Little Falls famous throughout the world for its cheese. Harry Burrell was second generation, and he was the first in America to ship cheese to England. He then built a house on the cliffs where he used to play, overlooking this beautiful valley. The home is now known as the Overlook Mansion. The plaque on the front of the building says it all. It says that the Burrell family built this beautiful city hall as a gift to the people of this community to be enjoyed for generations to come. And how true that is.
Since as long as anyone can remember, Lovenheim's has been a part of downtown Little Falls. Today, this company that dates back to the late 1800s is still open for business.
To see what we can see.
Well, I'm not sure the exact year, but it was Ignaz Lovenheim. He came over from Europe, Hungary to be exact, and he started a number of dry goods stores from Amsterdam to Albany. This location, Lovenheim's, was originally on Albany Street for many, many years. And during the early 70s, when urban renewal came through, they were going to lose that building. So literally on a handshake, Jerome Lovenheim had bought this building. Before he was able to move into it, he had passed away, and his son Al finished the deal and renovated the existing building back in the early 70s. And they moved everything up from there up to this present location. Well, I literally came off a farm, and I needed a job, and the unemployment office said that Lovenheim's was hiring a sales clerk. And my first question was, what's Lovenheim's? I didn't know what it was. Well, I came in, and Al took me over to the old Neisner's, interviewed me, and said I could start whenever I wanted. I says, well, I could start right now. And he hired me, and I've been here since 1983. I purchased the store back in 1997 from Mr. Lovenheim, and it's been very good for my family.
There's a bit of interesting historic trivia connected to this store. Back in the 1800s, a very young entrepreneur came to the owner, Ike, and asked for some money to start his own business. Well, Ike turned him down, so the young fellow went out on his own and got some money somewhere, and he opened up his own store. His name was F.W. Woolworth, and he went to Utica and opened the very first Woolworth in the United States.
Melody and song. From back porch picking to the Stanley stage, if you listen, you can hear the music play.
Overlooking Main Street is the former grand home of Judge Roland Smith, now the Little Falls Public Library. When we visited here last in 2005, we toured the beautiful china display located upstairs. There is still a lot to do here at this busy community gathering place.
The origin of the library, it was a home of a judge, Roland Smith, and he donated this building to the city to be used as a public library. In October, we're going to be celebrating our 100th anniversary. We're really looking forward to promoting Little Falls history. Kids, they have a lot of things they can do here. We have a very active story time for preschoolers, first of all. We have weekly sessions for children to come in and do early literacy skills, crafting, stories, and we also have Wii Gaming, which is brand new. We got a grant from the Samuel Dale Trust, a local organization. They paid for the whole thing. They paid for the Wii, the games, all of the peripherals in order to promote relationships between teens and seniors. We are very active, and we just want to bring the community into the library.
The Little Falls Public Library opens every morning at 9 a.m. except Sundays. There are many activities for children, and for seniors, there is a Tuesday afternoon movie series at 1 o'clock. One of the crowning achievements on Main Street in Little Falls is the Grand Benton Hall Academy. The school was named for New York State Senator and Secretary of State Nathaniel Benton in honor of his support of public education.
Back in 1995, a very important decision had to be made here in Little Falls. It was whether to build a brand new grade school, I call it a grade school, grammar school, or whether to keep this building behind me, Benton Hall. Fortunately for everybody in Little Falls, the parents, the children, the grandparents, and for everybody here in the community, this building was saved, it was preserved, it is still here, it is beautiful.
In 1866, James B. Turnbull walked to farms and villages to visit his customers, earning their trust. Today, the fourth generation of Turnbulls continue that dedication, tailoring a life insurance plan to suit your unique needs and priorities. Turn to the company that is out there to earn your trust. Turn to Turnbull. Santa didn't bring you that new kitchen you wanted? Call Jim Kiefer and he can make it happen. He'll work with you to create your dream kitchen, bedroom, or furniture. And he's also the area's exclusive Old Hickory dealer. Call Shelter 369-5014. Have a tropical adventure and walk among hundreds of free-flying butterflies, tropical birds, plants, lizards, and frogs at the Pop Butterfly Conservatory. It's an unforgettable experience for all ages. Open 7 days a week on Route 7 in Oneonta. Now you can take out hot specials for lunch and dinner at Maria's Pasta Shop, and on Sundays, fried dough, fried meatballs, and fresh-baked rolls. Maria's Pasta Shop, Oneida Street, Utica. For centuries, Sharon Springs has been a destination for replenishing body and spirit. Discover the magic yourself, enjoy dining at fabulous cafes and restaurants, browse quaint shops, and meet skilled artisans. Explore the history and magic of Sharon Springs on scenic routes 10 and 20.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Parish Cat Hospital on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Hello, Mrs. Cole. Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment? And you're only available on weekends. Sure, I have an available appointment with Dr. Karen Sunday at 2 p.m. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
I think I'll head on back to New York and the people that I know. And I've been riding for 14 days. And I've been driving, chasing memories away. I think I've been lost on this highway too long. think I lost something somewhere along.
When you come here to Little Falls, stop in at Holy Family Parish Church, and while you're here, take a close look at all of the stained glass windows. They were made in England, and people who have been around the world and have come to this church comment that these stained glass windows are equal to, if not superior to, many that are found in Europe. For me, this has a very important connection to my life because one of my daughters was married in this church, and I can remember walking down this very aisle.
The church was originally built in cornerstone. The foundation was begun in this church right here in 1874. The cornerstone was laid in 1878. Took a year and a half to build the church with local masons, and all the stone on the outside of the church is local stone quarried outside of Little Falls. And the first Mass was on Christmas Day in 1879. Back in the 1800s, this was a predominantly Irish parish, and by far. And a lot of the Irish became very wealthy as far as businessmen, factory owners, etc. And most of the things that are right in this area right here were donated to the church by one man by the name of, he was a trustee by the name of Dennis Collins. He donated the main altar in 1900. It's made out of Italian marble and Mexican onyx. In 1905 and 6, he donated the 2 side altars. Later on, he donated some of the stained glass windows and various other things that are found in the church here.
The Little Falls Historical Society is open throughout the Canal celebration, featuring a special exhibit of Masonic and Knights of Columbus fraternal organizations. To coincide with this exhibit is a special tour of the Masonic Temple at 1 and 3 p.m. on Saturday. This historic building is the home and studio of Terry Tippin.
It was built in 1914 as the Masonic Temple. The Masons had been in Little Falls for many, a century before, but didn't have their own building, and finally built this sort of pseudo-castle. It's like a French medieval castle in design, more or less. This was, I think, done because the architect felt that the original temples in Europe were designed in this fashion, and they came before those in the United States. There are 4 main floors, and 3 out of the four you can enter from the street level. That shows the way the street goes, up and down, as Little Falls generally does.
On the bottom floor, in what used to be the Masonic Temple's bowling alley, is Terry Tippin's Pottery Studio. Her studio will be open on Saturday from 10 to 4 during the Canal celebration.
Yeah, I guess I've been doing it about 20-some years, and I'd done a lot of art in my lifetime, but I decided that I would try this and make a bunch of stuff, and eventually, after I was terrible in learning how to throw, I finally got a handle on it, and now I make pots that are useful and do some sculpting also for fun things.
For all the sons of immigrants, the sons of the native land, there are sons yet to be born to carry on the work we've just begun. Well, good times may come and good times go, but one thing stays the same. It's the feeling I get when I look around. It lets me know I'm home. I'm making this valley my home. I'm so proud to call it my home. Oh, it's not what you take or give, and it's here I want to live. Yes, I'm making this valley my home. There's a strength inside the people here, quiet, proud, and strong. Hearts that reach out so long, so far to help each other along. Well, we all
Little Falls is known for many things. One of the lesser known facts is this. Back in 1940, the New York Central was coming through Little Falls, and the engineer failed to slow down on one of the sharpest curves in the New York Central system. As a result of that, the train jumped the tracks and 31 people died. One of the people who died was P.O. Becker, and what was he? He was a toy train maker. It was such a national tragedy that it was covered by Time magazine, and even 50 years later there was this marker that was placed as a reminder of what happened here. As a result of this tragic accident, the angle of the curve here had to be changed, and that also included having to change the course of the Mohawk River, which back then, imagine this, back in 1940, that cost $2.5 million.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Drive the exciting new Dodge Dart for only $149 a month with a new 24-month lease. $29.99 cash or trade due at signing. Drive away in this exciting new technologically advanced compact sedan at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Shop Clinton Wine and Spirits, a small-town wine shop with a world of wine. An excellent variety of Cabernet, Merlot, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Grigio from around New York and around the world. All at Clinton Wine and Spirits, Hannaford Plaza in Clinton. Expecting the guys for football? Don't fret. Just call Deansboro Superette. They've got delicious Middle Eastern platters and their famous 4-foot Mega Monster sub. Call 841-4377. Oscar's Picture Framing offers hand-finished molding and restoration of antique frames, preserving artwork, pictures, needlework, and memorabilia. Oscar's Picture Framing, Kellogg Road, New Hartford. If you're in a collision, you need precision. Call your insurance company first and then choose Precision Unlimited, providing expert auto body collision repair since 1987 on Route 5 in Clinton. Get your sled out on the trails. Call Turnbull Insurance and have a snow adventure tomorrow with complete snowmobile insurance protecting you and your sled. Call 735-9201 and get out on the trails. Affordable beginner instruments at Big Apple Music, New Hartford. Feel the need for beads? Fall Hill Bead and Gem is a kaleidoscope of glass, crystal, stone, and wood beads, minerals, gems, and Herkimer diamonds. Design personal jewelry for your friends and family on West Main Street in Little Falls, across from Paca Gardens.
I can't stand it when you're not around. I don't know quite what to do with myself. So if you have to leave me tonight.
We hope that you enjoyed today's show. Right now I have some skis here. I am told that you can ski all the way from here to Herkimer. So I'm going to put these on, head down, and meet the crew in about 30 minutes. Make it a couple of days. Assuming that I make it, tune in again next week. Between now and then, enjoy Mohawk Valley living. Ooh, it's cold today.